catch you. Namunino, about the people, I will feed you. I'm more bet me a friend 24 was soon 0249669993 and as 0540378282 Ajuche and Kobo. And some Bedika said more Akotene. Mobile money vendors are a kunkum sentimental no emono. Apostle for the Hunsem at the Babetu Ija.
Yebe Bomadia at Tebria home Eddie ni Achemu ewo Bonodia. Na openi kesiye eye ohene a wohonom akasa. Ni sem kan nyina ne se galamse no wosrese aban behwe ama etu atwa.
Muslim before no wono ya komchene ende ene wodini nyina no ebe wiye Ghana man peni atonsa e de afro ne ekosoro ebedo musiko we kase ne so.
Ashanti regional a Greater Accra regional minister Mami Oglu Lenda or the same be ababe washa ye efa light hono wa bomodian e de wose ayoyo
Aban suma na so bomodian kwakoye adoye chencheche ewo eye mpotembi e de ho nsem na de bebroni na ye ICT fofra akwakobi
ya be koso a etebri ye ho e de ani atwemu ewo mrahye bedwefie open Yana wase se wo kan ye ho e ma ye twa ye ho sima abaye afei gibre ne ti kase ni mu ntwemu
ye boira kase no entwemu a ye nyina ye nim se mozrembifuo efiri eye akomchene ase na ni nyina no wo yade a wo ye na wo de abo empaye e de acheche de amponyankopon se dane de nyina no wono ekọ ne nase a openino ananyankopon so eso wo mu na ompofo no echiremu a wono eye sa de we ya ade a eno no eboa yie pama neoma etumi ekọ enkan openino echiremu a se akomchin bi sei na se wono ede hihye so a ade a wono de sre bonifache ede friche de amponyankopon eho na dwumadieru ana akomchin no ekọ ne wie yedum ade Ghana Man's Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama ena afeido Muslim mpedimfo a chief imam so eka Sheikh Nuhu Sarebutu one eye impedimfo awodro bepredo a obodom pem ekọ Ghana Man's atenaye ana Ghana Man's tunsa ede frɛ won na wokopie mu ewo ho na afe no break ye fast no wonyina no wotonsa edidi ye sei ena Ghana Man's ede tu eja
agenda. As we believe that a nation can only develop when its people are empowered with knowledge and skills. We have integrated Islamic schools into the mainstream education system to ensure that Muslim children receive quality education without compromising their religious identity. We will construct community-day senior high schools in Muslim-dominated areas to increase access to secondary education. We will provide scholarships to brilliant but needy Muslim students to study in higher education both locally and abroad, especially in areas of medicine and engineering. By investing in education, we're investing in the future of our Muslim communities, ensuring that the next generation is well equipped and provide capital for 10,000 young people every year. And it is my hope that most of our Muslim youth will take advantage of this. We are going to facilitate access to microfinance support for small businesses in our Muslim communities and zongos. This is under the Soyeya Fund, and it was a cardinal promise in our manifesto. We're also going to invest in small-scale industries and local enterprises to create sustainable jobs and economic opportunities. These are agribusiness, poultry rearing, and all other income-generating projects. Unemployment is a national challenge, but we're committed to ensuring that no Muslim Ummah. Good health is the foundation of a productive society. And so as part of our research agenda, we're going to expand healthcare facilities in underserved Zongo and Muslim communities. We're going to upgrade existing hospitals and clinics in these communities to improve service delivery. We're going to provide primary free healthcare, especially targeting deprived communities. And we shall introduce local mobile clinics to provide, but we're committed to ensuring that no Ghanaian is left behind in our national recovery efforts. Chief Imam, Ummah, Muslim Ummah, Good health is the foundation of a productive society. And so as part of our research agenda, we're going to expand healthcare facilities in underserved Zongo and Muslim communities.
Yaguswa ejina so ewo Ghana mampeni asuye dia ode nsɛm ababe tuja openi ne nsɛm awoka nyina ene se ora na abano enye se eba beye sebi abayisem na emom eba beboa etu katase hye proye ene kankan bia ase said ye beya Ghana said obi emfa kwati kwan so emba enkonkofa ade a enya ne dia enu nti ena obo modia eti committee a wotu ni din ora na eba beboa etu katasehye proye ene kankan afiri oman mu.
If you have any views about it. One of the we have started the National Constitution Review exercise, and we expect that the Bar Association will take a great interest in it. I believe they've started, they're going round, and when they have finished, I'm sure that they're calling on different groups. They probably would call on the Ghana Bar Association to find out if you have any views about it. And one of the issues we're confronted with is the issue of corruption and accountability in office. And so the expectation of Ghanaians is that this government will mount a stronger fight against corruption. And that is why we set up the Operation Recover All the Loot. It's not meant to witch hunt anybody, but it's supposed to be an instrument and a vehicle where it is possible for people who are whistleblowers and have evidence of corruption to be able to channel their reports to the appropriate source and have them investigated. And so before I took over, I set up a small committee. It was very helpful. We put in a hotline. They got more than 2,000 calls from different people alleging different things. Of course, some of them were useless allegations, but others too were important allegations. And so after synthesizing all the reports that were received, we received the official reports from the committee and we handed it over to the Attorney General. And some of what the Attorney General is dealing with are some of the issues that came up in the oral. And so I just wanted to clarify that it's not an instrument for witch hunting anybody. It's an instrument for assisting in the fight against corruption. We
Swajremu ewo Ghana mampeni akache na Ghana Bar Association wabo modern ekosa Ghana mampeni ewo natena ye na eno na Ghana mampeni Excellency Rajon Dramani Mahama ejina simpie suro odito eye Ghana Bar Association penifo edim se enimeni ya ehun behia se wono ebetel eye asemdibia mechire court na wodo etumi edi nsem jaso na tese intentem pa titiru efa ne kata hye proye jirim ene kankan ensem awodo bibrinu.
The issue I thought I should raise of the judiciary and the perception of the judiciary. I believe that it is not anecdotal. I mean, several surveys asking Ghanaians, you know, what their opinion of the judiciary is have not come out positively. And I believe that it is a duty for all of us to work to make sure that we have a judiciary that is respected. Year in, year out, you hear 12 billion cedis misappropriated, 15 billion cedis misappropriated. And how we deal with these cases are very difficult because of the constitutional procedure, parliamentary accounts committee and all that. But after that has happened, we must have a fast-track court where we're able to deal with this so that we deter people from just misusing government funds like that. Government is open to working with you, particularly on our side of the political divide. There's this perception that we have a problem with the legal fraternity and things like that. I think that if you look at the kind of people, Marietta and all of us sitting here, we're not people who have any such animosity towards the judiciary and the legal fraternity, that we have a problem with the legal fraternity and things like that. I think that if you look at the kind of people, Marietta and all of us sitting here, we're not people who have any such animosity towards the judiciary and the legal fraternity. So our doors are open, our hands are open, And if you think that there's anything that you should bring to our attention, don't.
Eradishra now on your Casimity at the Prophet Emmanuel Frempon, Apam Global Church, Nyankopoya Duma 29th March, Saturday, a special healing and communion service. I will show to you Rescue Junction, Apam Fee. Now, me flag when I was invited to be our team and go be our shame. Abronsan for the Yariate, Yaria Edi Diko, Nipetuemu, Umojemu, and organs, a bread to say, Radi 2 million Ayarasa, a dead Wapra. Nyame adoma meme da wo ye nemu 29th March anopa 6:30 abawo de wani akire Apam fie woni mo bi oyare ha no tete mu a invite no na katira ne se Kristo wotumi se obesane ya me be pie mu ha no ana nikunu ekopraye mo de no ko hospital doctor for say ade o mo betimi aya ma papa ni se ombra na ne nan no o mu twa ne nan no entontone na ma mi se okofie of a communion no back ana de koi ana ma papa ni no me I know she the akano e de go bandage no e won the 9 so ye ma mi say Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday pa mi ni kunu be hospital o druwa doctor ni say e krono e wo inside ni outside e jomu Obejeno afreni hawne na ho omre nyina mu na ontu gidi anamo na Kristo moja no be kasa ama yaresa ne fa hodi ayatwu papa na ne yirbe di adanse ese okopra ye watwuma na abota for no ehwehwemu a tese be bi ade ne kodu ne die enkoyi na ne yirba ye communion service last one here na ma me ni bi ko fie o say ne yirbe for say no ma bi ma ne no me na no bi e ku ne na ne so na ka 3 days Amanako hospital and no okoya wusi ekunu na komo person boye don be na ewu from inside and out they will show to you Rescue Junction over for 0249 669993 and 0540 378282 kai nation nso say jumadi esi nyame akwa evangelist papani enaso meme day 29th March show to you Rescue Junction Apam fie 6:30 anopa special healing and communion service yehwe wani Eradishra now on your Casimity at the Prophet Emmanuel Frempon, Apam Global Church, Nyankopoya Duma 29th March, Saturday, a special healing and communion service. I will show to you Rescue Junction, Apam fie. Now, me flag when I was invited to be our team and go be our shame. Abronsan for the Yariate, Yaria Edi Diko, Nipetuemu, Umojemu, and organs, a bread to say, Radi 2 million Ayarasa, a dead Wapra. Nyame adoma meme da wo ye nemu 29th March anopa 6:30 abawo de wani akire Apam fie woni mo bi oyare ha no tete mu a invite no na katira ne se Kristo wotumi se obesane ya me be pie mu ha no ana nikunu ekopraye mo de no ko hospital doctor for say ade o mo betimi aya ma papa ni se ombra na ne nan no o mu twa ne nan no entontone na ma mi se okofie of a communion no back ana de koi ana ma papa ni no me I know she the akano e de go bandage no e won the 9 so ye ma mi say Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday pa mi ni kunu be hospital o druwa doctor ni say e krono e wo inside ni outside e jomu Obejeno afreni hawne na ho omre nyina mu na ontu gidi anamo na Kristo moja no be kasa ama yaresa ne fa hodi ayatwu papa na ne yirbe di adanse ese okopra ye watwuma na abota for no ehwehwemu a tese be bi ade ne kodu ne die enkoyi na ne yirba ye communion service last one here na ma me ni bi ko fie o say ne yirbe for say no ma bi ma ne no me na no bi e ku ne na ne so na ka 3 days Amanako hospital and no okoya wusi ekunu na komo person boye don be na ewu from inside and out they will show to you Rescue Junction over for 0249 669993 and 0540 378282 kai nation nso say jumadi esi nyame akwa evangelist papani enaso meme day 29th March show to you Rescue Junction Apam fie 6:30 anopa special healing and communion service yehwe wani
that's so kind of whom make us here in Sutiawa. Young Comrade Shebeja Efie, a year penny quanture for or no, and a share of my sick as enter to ye, as so any Dr. Kesel at about forcing. Or you know, our Rashebeja feared in Simbi at 2 a journey enough for 1D1F, 1 district, 1 factory, and 1 sem and a Okanye or Chilemoa. NP for Nakasana Wakasa at the phone say was she one or can be the found. Now, so I come here and say, one most of me and say, walk a eddy every mono. Niama and Shada and Koye editino, or Pedino Jinemo Rashabe Fin or the 2 ages, and she won't be Bruno one a year, Adam Rashabe de Fiono, a chess and Yama and Koye crown, and no Bobo Modern, Edini Edisa and Semino Ichi.
And to speak up for the record, the minority leader in his submission said that he was rather expecting us to allow 1D1F and then the tax exemptions. The Speaker, 1D1F, we all know that those tax exemptions were basically abused. So Speaker, the evidence will be before this House in the last Parliament. So Speaker, the last Parliament, I was the ranking member of the Finance Committee. We saw how it was abused. So please don't go there. Mr. Speaker, for the record, as Minister of Finance, I am not going to continue with the 1D1F tax exemptions because the evidence before this House suggests that it's been abused badly. And so we don't want to go there. If you want to carry it, you were in office for 8 years. 8 years. You couldn't approve it. You couldn't deal with it. It's been abused. And we don't.
Yagusu Ajnemu Ewa Mrashebejo Fie, Interior Minister, Muntaka Mubarak, or the same Etuja, Nisema Waka Nina, and say, na sometimes you be Eco Shemu, Ewo, Yadiniko Trimua, Bankumu, Yadiniko Prisina, Aya Hometepa, only a crown, and Didiemu, Aya and Shadan Kui. Now, or Mude and Sembi Ababa Tuja say, Sika ye twa edema wona omo prison no sika ye de ato ho omo didi eye 1 cedi 80 pesos entwa ye kra nti o kire mu se eye finance minister omo hwe na omo fa ne mangu akwan mu se de be ya at least ketwa bi ansha ebi be ba be ka ho na wona omo wo honom no omo betimi edidi ye.
The feeding grant or ration for the prisoners, who were very hopeful that this budget was going to take care of. Because of the challenges, have not been able to do that. And sadly, the prisoners will have to stay content with 1 Ghana cedi, 80 pesos, for 3, I don't know who managed to say 3 is square, for 3 square meals, because 3 cannot be square, but for 3 meals, when even school feeding, where we are feeding our kids, has been able to move from 1 Ghana cedi, 50 pesos, to 2 cedis for just a meal. Yet our prisoners are still being fed with 1 Ghana cedi, 80 pesos for 3 meals. So you can see the challenge that we have. But the finance minister have assured us that during the mid-year, he will come to try to improve.
Yemfim Rashebeja Efie na fe yemfe yedi enchemu ewo Ghana mampeni atena yenne nim se beto eja se nkofo miensa apetition se yenyi Chief Justice Maame Gertrude Araba Isaba Sakita Tokonu yenyi maame no emfiri eye dibre no a owo esan se niema bi enkoso yie kra ewo sa dibre no te se atentre ne enkoso yie odi nsem so asabi odi na tenchia enkoso yie kra enunti enankofo miensen wono etro nkrata tententen obia ne de na wode koma Ghana mampeni enintiri ni oto eye enkra edemo manmu ni nyina no eni Ora Felix Ofosu Kwache editu mu se wono de nsem ni Ghana mampeni nsa ka eye nkrata no na emom no wabo akire edi ama Chief Justice esense won ena eye mpenifo eyi won se obetumi etu aban no efo eninti no ena Ghana mampeni edi eye nkrata na petitions ni nyina no wode koma won se evidence so tato eninti won bomodin yen hyehyemu na ne ntia enkofom yensa ni susu se ewo so woyi maame eye Gertrude Isaba Sakitokonu edibren wogifri ni nsem no na wono edi ababetu eja ene no etikodaye ena eye Chief Justice maame eye Gertrude atron krata edi akwakoma Ghana mampeni a okire mu se osra ne papa pasa de ebunu nenimu a ensem no ebaaye no na ewo senka wo hye Ghana ya mambra no emu a 1992 constitution no article 146/7 no a ekire mu se na wo senka otumi ayi na sutire na nka omubobo hu ansa na ode nsem no akwakodan eye chief justice nanso ankwankoba ne sa ebeka ne nsa e no so bo ekire e de ma eye council of state mpenifo se wono enhyem na enu na maami e kire mu se ono kra ne de bro okra se chief justice no enkofo enum e na sebi nkofo de petition bro won se wonadwuma no nso ani adinte wo so oche sankofo ni dibra do e de firi wonsa na enam se onimu mbra no otembra no asinti no Ghana ya mambra no emu no article ni bi kire se e wo se biribisa no asia obomode fra sankofo no wo ho fode munyi na ene wo asi nkundwa etoto wono ano etie wonso no wono side of the story and wonso what there ewo eye nsem no emu sene no ebebo ma bibia no akonkan okire mu a Ghana mampani ama ne sa akonyin eni nti o sere Ghana mampani esan se ne o kire se nka opesen ka Ghana mampani emma ne akonya ansa na no eno no wo ya mambra no a emu article eye 146/7 no ewum eni nti o san ka ogina sa mambra no eso na nka ode frɛ no nanso no enya aba na mmom ne opese o ka che Ghana mampani ewo ne nkrata mu ene se nkrata na nkofo miensa ni petition ede bre no on man sa enkrata no ebi senyo obetumi akom na se ekuo bi anampanifo bi frɛ won efrɛ maame ne wo sa ensem no eho a obenya anu yie ede ama empanifo na etoso mienu ohia na woche baako na 7 days e wo sansem no ade agyengen ho eni ntin bibia bebemu bia na wonu etumi eyi ano e wo empanifo enim eni ntwei eya desrede a Chief Justice Mami Gertrude Araba Esa Basaki Tokonu ode atu eja
ye free sansemi so na ye de ni etwemu ewo mrahye fie openi anodom pre e de ensembi atodwa na asema wo kan enyina ene se hwan onya hwan na wako ayi galamsey efri ho wo hwe se ne yensuo ya sase asese na ye NDC aban ba ye wo mo hye bopa gitumu eje yere pa so gitumu si wo mo kon so ne wo mabeti so se omuba ebedi akonwa na omubebo modia etu galamsey ase na wahwade nani atofema hye wo hu ne se obia opani bia ni wa wo tu anamon bi anase oye fund bi edi ayi galamsey efri honum opani no ekire ni nsemmuse
The big fish here is galamsey. We can't pretend about it. I'm disturbed. I've come through all the reports. How many pages? 19-page report. Not a dedicated expression on galamsey. Why? Why? There should be so. The minister has told us that we are going to do categorization, blah, 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 blah. This is in your budget. For a whole year budget, no dedication to galamsey fight. It's regrettable. It's totally regrettable. No, you can't justify this. Because I think there should be further engagement, and I will employ the committee that they should further engage the minister. There should be definite expression for the fight against galamsey. We can't leave it as it is. Passing statements and sweeping statements being made in this regard cannot hold and cannot justify the inaction.
Yasan so call a Chief Justice Mami Gertrude ensem no a emu na wachi die mami nsem ko a eno bibesi edi eye ehini na wo hye eye mrahye a ono no wo tafo ora Vincent Asafoa na afei opani ba ko bi ono so eka no ho ebo modern chase asabero ekogine mu ewo asemdibia na Supreme Court senior campaign for the tabono ebetumi atoga na mampani eso na ontumi enyi eye Chief Justice Mami Gertrude enfri eye ekunwa so ana onjine dibra no enfrefri ne nsa eninti na penifo itabiri asemede kwadan Supreme Court say onke bi emfama won na nsem no epiem bontene eso no na owura Vincent Asafoa editu edwa o kire mu say sa ensensem bebre a ebu apie bontene eso no Ghana mampani na eni kwan say enka obo ensem no echi no de koma Council of State sanya Ghana ya mambra no ekire no na chesa article 146 cross 6 no osanko ogina enu so na nko frema mi Gertrude no ne tena se ebisa no nsem no anode nkrata ne kire no na imbobo obia no no etumi bobo ho nanso ankwanko ba ne sa eni nti no ɔde ɔhyɛ ato ɛyɛ attorney general Dr. Dominic Anyini ɛso sɛ ɔpanyin no mbra mbɔntene no mbɛkyerɛkyerɛ amambra no emu yie paa ɛfa no saa nsensɛm no ɛho na ɔmfa mma ɛyɛ temamufoɔ ɛne nti no hwɛ be yɛ kye asɛm no asrɛ ne abasa no ɛnkanfoa no ɛyɛ Supreme Court agye ɛyɛ ɛde ato wɔ kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛpo bosom ne de ɛtɔ so mmienu ɛwɔ afine sɛ bosom a ɛdi anim ɛbɛyi ɛna wɔbɛhyɛ no wɔn atena nsɛm no ɛso sɛ wɔde ɛyɛ injunction ɛbɛto so mekyerɛ tapo no wɔde bɛto so ana wɔn fa nto so no ɛhɔ ɛna ɛbɛkyerɛ
ɛhɔ ɛna ɛbɛkyerɛ dia na yɛ free maame ensem yi so na ye de yani atwere mu ɛwɔ mmrahye bedwafie ɛdɔm kuma no opani a wɔda ɔma no edi a wɔgye so ɛyɛ Alexander Kwabena Afenyo Markin ɔde ensem bi ababetudwa wabra ɔmokɔ asetena ɔmo bobo Ghana mamu nsɛm no ɛbɛto odwa sɛ ɛyɛ special levy no aban eba bebo modern abie mu pa eno na Afenyo Markin opani ansema woka nyina ne se emwa de biara da nyenti a emwa ne se obi ede niema eba Ghana eniema no ebekosoro yie pa na eye aban a aba so sisi a no wo mo hyebo se omobo mo beyi levies ni nyina afri ho na adan na omo yi bi afri ho na omo de bi eba be hyem eba ne sa entwa yi enu ti wo mo modern na sa special levy ne de omo enjai na emwakra.
We want to see proper exemptions being granted to the industry players, and we want to see that in the gold board law which is coming. That is what we want to see. But we also are aware that there is this special import levy extension from 2025 to 2028. Yes, we know. So you see this attitude of attempting to give one, take more, give one, take more. You see, this and the other attitude, we can read in between the lines. I want the finance minister to rise on a point of order against this submission that they are going to extend the special import levy from 2025 to 2028. I want him to deny it for records that he is not going to do that. Because it's very important for importers. I want him to commit that there will be no extension. And I further submit that this government is not really a government that cares about the ordinary Ghanaian, because importers who are expecting an end to this special import levy will be disappointed, because the government is going to extend that levy from 2025 to 2028. That is my submission. So it's just a matter of giving one and then still taking more. Because I heard the submissions of the majority leader. He says now the disposable incomes of the ordinary Ghanaian in the business environment is going to be high and all. And I'm saying that in reality there's nothing like that.
Yen film Rashabeja efie na fe yen fa yeni enchemu asantemante mwahin kukumase na nansen eyade kukumkum ekoso yie pa ewo eho ni nyina no eye mobile money vendors na chese won a woyi sika na wodi sika hudwa ewo eye kumase as mbontene eso na empenifo echima na posifo hihwemu wono aye echiremu a nipa dodo no a na atoa nananom ewo ense do enam eye mobile money hu dwumedi a wono edi wɔkyerɛmu sɛ wɔno ensa so ɛyɛ mbrantia miensa emu baako ene Charles Kwame Danso wonya emfinu eduenu miensa Philip Fordjour enya emfinu eduenu enkron ɛna afei Samuel Mensa so enya emfinu eduonan mienu na sankofo nyina no aposufo so mu peechi March bosom ne de to so eduenu baako ɛwɔ afi emu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ pankro no ɛna afei etimetim empotemu wasantemantam no emu wɔkyerɛmu sɛ Patricia Nimako ɛyɛ February bosom ne de to so dumiensa na yawada ɛna wɔgye ababawa no ɛkra ɛdifiri nsɛm ɛna afei no abrantie baako ɔno no ɛka ho ɛyɛ Gideon Owusu Sapon ono so ye je ne kra edi firi ne nsem ono so ye mobile money vendor yi bia e wo kwada so eno enenam so ama eya Asante Regional Police Commander DCOP Ora Emmanuel Kujo ene nsamchofo echiche enkomo say
of Momo vendors at Kofum and Padaso. The Ashanti Regional Police Command has successfully apprehended 3 suspects linked to the robbery and murder of 2 mobile money vendors in the Ashanti region. The first incident took place on Thursday, 13th February 2025 at Kofum around noon, where the victim, Patricia Animakun, tragically lost her life alongside a sum of money. The second incident also occurred on the night of Monday, 10th March 2025, when the victim, Gideon Owusu-Sapon, Elias Jr., was robbed and murdered at his residence in Kwadaso. The arrested suspects have been identified as Charles Kwame Danso, 23, also known as Kwame Charles, or Miami, Philip Fordjour, 29, and Samuel Adai Mensah were arrested on 21st March 2025 at Pankrono and Etimetim, respectively. The suspects are currently in police custody and will soon be brought before the court to face justice. Efforts are underway to locate the 4th suspect in the person of Martin Amwa, also known as Augustine Amwa, alias Baba Machu, who is believed to be hiding in Kumasi, Dunkwanofin, Diaso, or Accra. The police command is therefore appealing to the public to assist in the search of the said Martin Amwa. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is urged to contact the police via the toll-free number 191-112-18555, MTN and Telcel. The Ashanti Regional Command remains committed.
Greater Accra Regional Minister Ma Melinda Oglu Kaseɛbɔ wabra de to ne so aba obebobo ye to ne so aba se o megina se Greater Accra Regional Minister no o hye Ghanafo nyina bo se baby a light eni no obebo moden aye street light se de ebe ya ebetimi aboa na enkoba ne se obi emfa emra kwan so ana omfa kwati kwan so enkoju obi bag said the nipa no yenkoku obi mfa nto baabi anuti ne maami Kaseɛbɔ say in 50 days obebo modern abomodern e the street light akọ baabi biara ehia na se ne fata se light ekọ honom no anuti wa bomodern e the 160 light 126 light and mami abomodern ede abukogu kroma wabomodern aye na wahyebo se baabi a ese ne fata se light ko honom no obehwe na abomodern ama light akoho
Kaseɛbɔ me started your friend is saying my office as a regional minister Kaseɛbɔ said the next 50 days in office there was a street light at least to be near 70% of the street lights. And then mama so far light yaya so far 129 your friend is saying street yaya to be near do na ebisa motorway to send some of the roads construction is ongoing to some construction is almost 2 posts in into street lights so I can confidently say so far so good. I mean me 50 days in office, my target has been achieved. And in fact, after the media engagement, there was a one evidence based. Niaya cancer street lights na ya parampara ya street lights ya the juma na and it say ya chinchi all the stretches are ya bubodi ni say street light baby aye gina no aye Jubilee House na Jubilee House ni enti na ma ye stop over ni say minority leader Apam Markins kasa fa hu say yes some me on the floor of parliament say street lights Jubilee House enye juma the person me kan cha Apam Markins say under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Jubilee House street lights enye juma pa
Sentem ena soafo a ono ehye anwodin juma ensem eso Owura John Abdullahi Jinapo odebetu ejase ECG containers awono ekraye ebegu eyetema port no na ne dodo no dos yi papa and number 2000 ho ede eko nanso no nhyehyemu a wono ne omunye sika omode be clear nioma no eni nti omukọ ekosi nkundwa ewo ho se wo to agyen ehu kwan a obefa so no wono ede akwakwa yi nioma no nanso wokoye no na ka emukumaa bi eno enenam sumo peni be friends amchofo enhyiemu ena ode sansem etu wono enim eno no akire no ena ndrada wo ye kase no eso no ye de betu edwa se empenifo bo modern ni eye empenifo dinsa wo so se wo betumi ahyehye containers no na mprempren eyade wono achi India ni containers 40 ena wo na kache nanso no nhyehyemu enda ba beto edwa ene se wono achi eye Chinese bi enwoche ewo Shy Hills ni na eye containers ewo mo warehouse a containers ni bi egu Ghana ni ba ku bi so eka ho a apotifo aso omu a empenifo ede tu nsentwofo enim sei.
We followed that intel and got to this particular company located in Shy Hills, and we realized that several of these ECG cables have been cut into pieces and then melted into liquid form, molded into round aluminum bars, and then some in powdered form, which they export at very expensive prices. Now, apart from the one that we melt and sell, we also have some stock in this particular warehouse, where the quantity you see here are from so many containers that we have been looking for all this while. We have found these cables here, which was actually sold to them with the connivance of some Ghanaians that we are gathering intelligence to arrest. But so far, on arrival here, we have been able to pick 8 Chinese suspects and then 1 Ghanaian, who is a manager. But the owner of the company, I would prefer to keep the name for now. Is on the run, but a team is on one hand for him, and we are sure very soon he will also be arrested.
Who is this owner and what's his nationality?
The owner is a Chinese. The owner is a Chinese, and the company is known as Ponlock Company Limited. They are solely into scrap materials. That's the aluminium scrap material. They buy and mold in free product and export.
Okay.
Yanko asante mantam no emuye nyina enim se edum eye dwakese ewo eye kubase na eja etomu eye na woche ababese ekone ye fiada eno no nam soma mpenifo ahodro no bonan ekokopiebu ewo potemu ho na eno no akire no ena afesuafo ono no ehye amanoriye ensem eso interior minister na chese Owura Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak openi no kopiemu ade emo angwa samena ene nyoma ahodro ede ko emedwedifo no chirima wono empe.
Was ansem na emu na Ashanti Regional Minister amwako hene any Interior Minister Owura Muntaka Mubarak omukopie mu ewo Ashanti memu adum omo enhyede se omo niema ehyeye omo kire mu a eja na ehyeye no ehyiye pa enu nti ne wo hwese de ebeya levy ode eto ebeto fuel so se na ebeya eja hyehye eba omo betimi enya sika kakra afri ho e de aboa wo mo a omo ho kan no.
And all of us need to also make a contribution. And the way to make the contribution, in my view, I'm doing a paper to cabinet that look, the fuel that we buy, let's dedicate just 10 pesos per liter just for fire. Because as we speak, when I went to the Ministry of Interior, I realized that the newest tender that we have was procured in 2014. That's more than 10 years. You and I know the way they run. In about 6-7 years, they become obsolete. Yet the newest tender we have is more than 10 years old. Why? For the whole 10 years, as a country, we have not bought even a single fire tender. So sometimes we all blame the fire officer for nothing, because they are using obsolete equipment. So sometimes the frustration, they go through so much frustration themselves. So one of the things that I think, if we can do even 5 pesos on a liter, what it means is that we'll have a dedicated fund to support fire.
Diane no efri eye Owura Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak afa e de ato won ho so se aturantem bi sei esia wakeka won sase na wode ama eye enkofo asebi wo ho aka enunti ena wakeka won sase de san nyoma we e de bre won eninti no Owura ye Mohammed Muntaka Mubarak edi enimu keke se wode induane no ebre won nanso eno no enkyere se Owura Muntaka Mubarak ena edi aduane no e de bre won
edi ene se ade ni hia asem ni sia animanima na nwa no na ewese nadmu eba na omo adikan abeboa ama omo a omo hia amoa no anya bi enje enura ba na aye bae no enoma aye de bae na ye ade aye de beboa ka obi wo wama adwa one day a onye bibi nkona no enti kakra na ye de bae no eye omo a omo e chire won a eduane die mu ne saa nyoma no ene ye de bae eno ye nadmu asedi o se BBC a ne ya ba be saa eno akire ne ya ye nhwehwem na afi yenya omo a omo aka ne omo nyoma aseya na ye de saa report no akọ aban chen na afi na aban be hu kwan a obefa so ama yiyi atoyi enti andro ade ne de ye ba se nadmu ede support kakra ene bro na de medi kan ne se muhu Interior Minister na de nti oba ene se eye no krom na asem na si wono so ena adwuma no ehye na se nti odi anim as yempanyi ene ene no baaye ebeyeye enye aban mu a wodi ebeboa ene ye de baaye because enyuma bebre wo ha omoye kwan a omoni ahemfo no be kasa na ya santimesi adwa no foforo ama obi a start na adwuma yegusa ne o ma so a yeye
Ben free ben semi so na ben fa ye ben ni embe kiremu ewo bono dia na eye opani owo ho kurowura akasa osagefo be ageman dua osagefo ageman dua the second okiremu se galamsey esey insuo esey nsase enu nti wo osre pan se hwe ena obi amfa ne ho amfore mu na wa do ho be fore galamsey mu a ye be so pechi no aban ane ubedi pa wo hwe nsuo ya etwagu ya aseyie pa na okiremu se ni nyina aye galamsey adawromanti ena ni nyina ekoso na wono de oka akire eye bunofo se oni ya akura wo beso wo pechi a wo firi buna wo do ho be hye galamsey mu no ochewa one ebedi pa
because e jama yansase no osay nsu osay but the mercury cyanide na niema ebe say na dia yewura yin ebe na mom yewura waba ne ya kan se galamsey na o tusu san umusa adwambadu antoso bienu mekra metu bi asopo sa so na nwura drobo yin on tu on nya galamsey da na madam wase abono ha menti se bia oye galamsey uti se bia oye galamsey ama aso nte ebe kwa kostopo no obono ha ebe galamsey yemi meeting de ba galamsey eya dia se wo abonte a obaka se bono mani ha de galamsey eni ha
eye openino ensema oditu ejana feyefa yeni enchemu ewo Upper West region na chese be no ni chawutia akakopie mu ewo nandui eye kaluo eho ena me no akakopie mu ewo ho ni nyina ene search amehini o mrahye bedefie Right Honorable Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ abomoden akakotwa ahumem edi ebie suku eye foforo kra ni nyina ne se odeboa ama STEM, nature science, technology, engineering, and after mathematics no. Senior wono edi aba wo nature literature STEM no. Etumi akonenim senior ese efata. Aninti no eye suku a okobie ye nature ICT lab okobie ye no. Eye ono ani botomu sika ena odi ekukuru sa eye facility no edi esiwo odi eboa ama enkoda etumi enya so emfaso. Na dia eda so ene Nyamransa model Lab 14, Yamrasa model Lab 14, and no, and edaso orano ejine simpie so kasa say.
This lab will be instrumental in fostering sustainable development through education, technology, and community engagement. So we are not coming to do this and move away. This will be for you. It's the community. You must own it. Lab 14 symbolizes our collective unwavering commitment to these principles. And I'm talking about education, technology, community engagement, and sustainable development.
The Amransa Model Labs has made
Yebe free science emi so na ye de ani atremu ewo oman konkron so Tom Rescue Junction eho ene ye de ani ebekiremu wo hono mo de a asafo awieye bremu nyame atomosra eguso a eboa ama yare wo hawo ene amane koda nna bia efiri wo so eho na ye de ani etremu ewo hono mo eye nyame ya adoma wo kyena ye mpaibo den no baso pan ye communion service no baso abusia sisi is believing ni e wo ma da ena ya na make menene metena fidikase su bia me pesa menene tonchia se ne obetimi ede nani akyeremu ewa Apam fie na de wo ba bi da no ode wonim ne tuemu ne ne ewo mu pa no nti no mesra wo se nyame ya adoma ochena 7 na wode wani akyeremu ewo Apam fie na wode yenkpomode na yentwa ye ho enkonkɔhwe ye testimony ne ye ba meni menua ama ye be kasa
Papa, Kasa. Papa, Mrs. Stacy, Jahanya, Copo Shrao. Nana dance the other man, and Papa, me and Kasa, who cried to me and I'm Jahi. Yes, sister, he said. Or the situation we be I will fear. But because of that situation, for the past 2 years, papa yes sister yi obu ne nsada 2 years papa osi oba behu and a woman communion wine ketiwa yi baako ketekete ne baako and a would man no papa would man no do fie and a yes sister say onum communion wine no papa osi onum wie ye sister is so shasie say ne nsebuo na ashasie papa osi oblidi yi nioma free ne musa na ono akasa odwene wa onte ase enti papa yes sister say osa fra ubiem na wo kire na ade a onye wo kire ni de onye wo so onye for 3 days ebejai oye iwie pe na jai papa na situation a yes sister ba akone say na ya diagnose no fibroid baako yes 8 point something and that sister ni yam enti oye de wo kire ni wie ya ejai ino se dabi mako hospital na maka ko check na ma shade papa yes say ko check ya fibroid na that here for 2 years now ama the mess is point to me papa yes say ade dey disappear power
obi a wako hospital ya diagnose no fibroid
my god
bi di na che say wo me ma ye nwale wo da
my god
na mo mi gina wo so ma wale wo na wo ye fun na awode na wo de be wo no
my god
me the fibroid abroko awode no
my god
ama mamu akomonopause by force
my god
abla wo ye young unu se utwabra but me twabra na you afra warem na you afra wo mu
my god
and already nam you ase efie mienu
my god
oba onkomonopause mo nyabrewa wo hwe fine girl
my god
ewra fefe yi se ye twa wo sad yare ato so na obi dalete ne ba ha yankasa ometo akade bia
dabida
just normal communion wine ya wa high be
my god
yes ye shira so ama
my god
yesu moja yesu now say ya no ne bi
my god
fa bi ko kan wa no ye shira so onomo ya
my god
na mami start bredi continuously
my god
last me one na me phone ring ye minimum number no but for some reason I picked the phone to me pick ya them te ya ne say me na me auntie bi dalete me ba wo ho no me auntie na do number ma me and was say me me communion dalation na moja ni tumi sa aso compreni say yare
my god
bisane de misam se moja ni eyiyi te se kroto ana bisane
my god
me bisa se eyiyi bum bum bum
na eyiyi black dudu
eti ekwa moja ni fa so tumi nyina me ka kire no se ese eyiyi sa eyiyi ba bum bum
power yeah power
Misiafo said ya wankasa wodi wani ehweye no ewie bremu nyankopon wasane pa oye ne maho adwuma enti bomode na nyame ya ado mo kina abra ne bepiem ama uhuye fibroid de nka yeko yagisi yenke yeko papa wo na nka ajewo bejewo nsem bejewo na mu nyina aka ho
ajimensem me hu na abo me ezan se fibroid de na hospital asem yeah. Surgery so asem
yeah sure
ti ebe papa yo na yeyi
ni yeyi
na sania ebe fa o nyame wo ho
of course nyame wo wan say nyame ni ho
just se wo a wunjini ndi
oh yeah
and na wo be ka se nyame ni ho ye kasa ye sere but to me bi wo fia
of course
and baby so a to me wo no on say impedifo na impedifo ka say asori de wo ba ne ma mienu na obefa no me ni insure
of course
nti yes sere ni ye di agro no ye mfa eno no nto nchen na ye nwura de ni mu ne ye nkasa nya me pesa me kan ne say senior sister no ne de no ye no ye ne enim say fibroid de aside nyame dem bio ne
the best option near hospital yeah
but nipa ni nya agidie
yeah
oba no nim se betumi akọ
yeah gidie ye 1 point
nti gidie no na ye 1 no two gidie na mo no oba ha no e na odi gidie kwaje communion no unse usaki aje no a ade bia wo ye bia no usaki waje sa ade we table mepese mintu mempeja aje na wasaki no nkwa betumi amwaye but oyo nkoko asa na menya aisa ade na mekọ na gidie bia ni me na mekọ masoso menya bibia emfiri mu ba oba ha mi gidi se wakọ nsori bebre
of course
wakọ nsori bebre ono a be testify to that but aha na oba ye no mi gidi se we ba benya so ehu bi ni nsenkyereni bi wo ha se obi chine se o chine manakwa ni ade obekọ
dabi na ono abeje wa yare sakese sei
itinya me pese me fasa akonye su kache obi o hye wo fie ne se obi a wo hye ye no wo de akra so sene saa nipa ne de ni ameka no te ase obi a wo de so sene maami ana o ka ne de wo de so sene no but ebra na so so bi wo se ana ma kompa ebo na kwa na de bia me kwa ye nhwe be na
o se yenso ahunhum nyina nhwe ne ye no yenka ho
sa pepepe
enti waso baabi ahye na baabi nya e wo se wutimi ye nsachara ye wo mu
eni tina de bia metena meka se usue nsuo na wosua ensa
na mudio
ebia na wakosua mienu ni nyina nti sisi sanya wudi nkan gidie no ahyere ebi ni ho but ye no wotu nchia pa se ubetu anamon nyampa echina bepiemu ewo fidiemu ha na ne ada wo so ache bia no nyankopon ebekasa ache so de enim sa ache nanso enka hoda dabi
unim opese hu nanim onyam nti ene wama na tena wo so ache no sede ebe ya wo onan obetu mrika ba Apam fie na watu gidia namon na wo gidia ta akire se communion service ya me baby me ha no se ne odi kan no atena me so ache nanso by the end of the program na communion ni be boewura me mu no eniama beba besen akọ
sa neti nti binu abani awaka no so se me ankasa de me ho abome
me say me who testimony no me say wow this is so powerful
yeah
this is so powerful
to me bi wo ho
of course
na o encounter sa breakthrough bia sa na wo beka ba wa encounter bi da na wo be hu say yes you baby e wo wiase obi beka say na ya frame say nukure bi anim
krojen se sutrema
enti wa wutu anamo no a na wo be hu say you nukure nko a na nyankopon efa evangelist papa ni agema yeso eye eni nti gidia namo no se ne ayenim no nyankopon ye honhom obi eni wo hu no omba so yede mbeto se nyankopon ye siese ni manite kunwem esi ho a okwakotu na nim di sika kotu anim yesi yensum no wo hu nti se wugidi nko adia se ne asabe ebi mu worship o mo de no oso no o se wo kura wo nyankopon ye nya me na ye nya no no so wo kura no so ne mu yie na wo ma na ni je eni nti dan ni de nyina ya empenifo ka eni asofo ka papa kura ka eni kwan se wudi ni die ni nyina no nyankopon ye jealous papa ye jealous nti no nipa nanka wo besom na wo de ure na be hye na fe wo de ba be hye sofo mu nko a eba ne sa na enye eni nti ye serew to gidia na mom nyampa echina ananyame boa echina me serew eni die mu pa me pie mu ewo fidie mu ha na enkwagye ebeye wo eni wo fiefo nyina edia kakawe ya ena meka.
God bless you my sister. Enkwagye ebeye wo ne wo fiefo nyina de na mikobi ne manka bi de wa nkobi kura nka ye aname bo a anti mezo me mo me de ne tofa ne sorry so hwe ye bre na ekoyie na so yesi baby otumfo bo no ya na ehohia no enu nti na ye wia momre ne kakra no mepacho nyame ya adoma wo kyena wo hwe testimony fe ya etwagu wo ye fidi kesi so ne nsema menua na kana etwa koma so mesra mani nwu aba asase paso se ne be ya aba na ebe fifi no ubetwa ne papa enu nti nyame ya adoma kyena mepacho obia ne ya ammo wo de no ama wantie yantimi anka wo yare wo haw no nyina ama wanti a nye nyina na ebetimi aka ye pese wo baby wo ne meto ncha me se enka ne na me di ekinye pa ama me di ekinye wo nyame mu nanso me be pie mu wa Apam fie no me me de me ho ya dansidie esan se na me wo me haw pa me wo me haw abiri bia ya na metaka me gospel splash ne so na me de bia na metaka abofra no no yare pa na nso ye pagya nsuo ni enhira so pagya nsuo ye hira so no besi samra isa me de ukasai na nabanyare biem enu nti ye madansidie kese pa me nim di adom no ayama me enti wo nso bomode ne fa wo ho ebe hye apam wo sra na se me ne obeto nchia ai we nku ade ka me di bibia beto so me pese ogi nyame di nti metu gidie mu se bomode na nyame adom chena entem so time no 7 right unya baby ntina because your communion service there ese wani wa wo share testimony na utimi wo se na nipa bo hodom pempa enti no ama me se aha ena bere ma ye kwan na edi dwumade ni nyina asi
nti ye beda eyakru ni nyina asese na wo chi mu nyina no wo so ya sene ana wo boy chichime efidie no fruma ede ema ye ma otubi hwe won yen ewo fiefie mu ena afei Facebook ana YouTube ye da wase papa ena eye sofo nyame bajesi era na se papa se dani de nyina no osan ye kase ni mu ede maye ono ene boa amaye nya ensem no yutumi kinkan ede mount na se pa enko efema no bebia owo bia na se no a Apam Global Church eno na edi nke bobo ntinyampa echina se na ye communion service misrew yentu gidia na mo na yensa ebeka ne ye hwehwe bia ewo abrabo no mu se wunya so communion ni mu bia fagidie fefirifie fabra na unko se na wufirifie nsansa ba ye no onsan so enko ensansa akenkanfo no me na ama Fordjour mene
ka kire nua na ya Sikapa
yakọ na se ye ho ambasema nyampa echina yebesanso ehia ewo kasamfoni no eso na mmom no sania yenya long vac na chese weekends no hu sa yetetentene efri enda de kopem Tuesday emu bwa na mmom sania emu bwa no yesro pa hye ohu yie motofo no sana bebe sa pepe sania ekọ ne yesro papa
eno edo fetila na edo ada
ene de ne yechie wechire yebeka
wa tiase
yesro papa yie yempese obi hu bekọ akoka ejamu ntino ene yesro se obehwe omusu ye sania edwo de ye hia ye ma ke register na ebugodin a usudi ebepie mu ewo yakra